Feature Friday.
The freshest.
Okay, so The Weeknd has released an album
After hours.
after hours and 14 songs, which is good amount. You know, it's that whole vibe. You know, we've seen the title tracks, we've seen the videos, and all the title tracks. I think it's probably one of the strongest title track list
Yes, for sure.
of any album I've seen in a while. Mm-hmm. Because those title tracks, like I liked all of them.
Absolutely, all of them.
One of the things that here on Apple, it says something really really cool.
There's a quote that he was explaining about his album. He said that you can find love, fear, friends, enemies, violence, dancing, sex, demons, angels, loneliness, and togetherness, all in the after hours of the night.
Which is so bloody true.
Which I've never heard anything more correct in my life.
Because that, like, you know how they say you can find art or poetry or
inspiration
anywhere.
That's right.
That is such a weird feeling of moments of the night after clubbing.
They just don't feel real. They feel so surreal. They
Yes.
feel so...
Probably because you're a bit delirious, because, you know, lack of sleep, a bit of alcohol,
And-
or maybe drugs.
Yeah, you're all, in this state where it's like you're between dreaming and like real life. It's so strange. And to me, that usually those are the most magical moments. Like,
Those are the best moments of the night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not when you're getting ready and you're like trying
No,
to
that's a
get
bit
drunk while
stressful.
you're in the club and you're like, yeah, everything's like you're queuing, it's cold and whatever, until you get in and you're like, okay, this is fun, you're having a good time. You exhaust yourself.
It's
It's
after the point
after.
of exhaustion
Like when you calm down.
where
That calm down moment.
where shit turns weird.
Oh, it's so
I can't
cool.
swear. Where stuff turns weird.
It's so cool though because you're walking around London at 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's bizarre.
Things are closed. There's nobody, or you get the random person in front of you singing from the top of their lungs.
You're eating kebabs.
Yeah.
I don't know what the scene is like. I don't know what people eat.
Burgers, pizza.
Jamaican food. I've heard that a lot.
Jamaican food.
Yeah.
Here you eat like
Kebabs.
Kebabs.
That's, what is that?
Or fish and chips.
Yeah, Middle Eastern food, is that?
I think that's Moroccan, Turkish.
I think. Yeah. Turkish, yeah, probably, yeah.
Turkish.
Yeah, but that is such a good concept for an album.
It's such a like.
And no one would have thought of that but him.
No, but this is the thing. I feel like a lot of people would have thought, oh yeah, that's a good idea. But how do you put it into this?
He nailed it.
With
the videos, he
are
nailed
just
it.
perfect. I mean, the visual filter of it being the 70s inspired Las Vegas. That's the pinnacle of the after hours, basically. And then you get incredible imagery. His acting is on point. Is like beyond explanation. I never thought he'd be that good.
Yeah.
We literally just saw In Your Eyes, the music video.
He's such a
I feel
good
like
actor.
there's so many layers to him, to his creation, to the craft and the videos that he has managed to put out there. It's kind of like refreshing to see so much creative freedom in from one human being.
Yeah.
And so successful.
Yeah.
Because usually when you get people that are this creative, they tend to be a bit more isolated. I feel like maybe they don't have the attention that they deserve because it gets a bit misunderstood. It gets lost in translation. But with him, he captures essence. And he gives you exactly what's going on, what I think it's happening in his head, and puts it into a physical thing like an album, and then you're like, damn, what? It's like you're inside of his vision.
Yeah.
I feel like you get sucked into his world of creation, into that tornado that he's creating for you, and you're right in the eye of it.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. It's incredible. I really admire the way he puts everything out.
Okay, so are we gonna do the thing where we listen to it, or are we just gonna give a review?
I think it's best if we just talk about each track without listening to it.
But I can't remember each one.
Okay, fine.
It's just editing a bit mad.
I don't know.
But okay, what if? Okay, fine. Yeah, fine. We just review it.
to whatever is
No, no,
best
we
for
just
us.
review it because it's gonna be a pain in the ass to edit.
Yeah.
All right. So my favorite tracks were the intro, so Alone Again.
Yes.
I really liked track number 3, Hardest to Love.
Absolutely. That was a track that
That was my
stood
favorite.
out. Yeah, it really like pinged out for me.
Yeah. That track is really, really well made, man.
The beat production in there is like insane, and the musical arrangements are just beautiful.
Yeah.
The lyrics are, magical creations. I really like it. I feel like the first 4 songs have a very strong concept. It really fall through that. It's like you're traveling through the after hours with him. It really does give you that that like traveling, like journey type of feel throughout those 4 solid tracks. Really interesting, really incredible.
Yeah, and I just checking the lyrics.
Yeah.
I wanted to remind myself what it was. The specific lyrics that I like. Like one of the best lines of the whole thing is like, "I don't feel it anymore. The house I bought is not home. Together we're so alone." And that's like the whole cliche of like once you make it, like money isn't everything.
That's right.
And maybe in the after hours.
That's when you feel it.
Yeah, because you're coming
When
down
you
from this
realize
roller
it.
coaster down.
Yeah.
And that became so true to me. It's like, especially in those after hours of like after clubbing, partying hard, doing whatever you were doing, whatever dodgy shit you were on, and then you're coming back home alone. Then you have time to think.
Yeah.
That's when it gets heavy.
Yeah.
But anyways, for me, and it goes like, because I've been the hardest to love. You're trying to let me go. Yeah, and I can see it. I've been the hardest to love. It's like because imagine trying to love someone going through all of this stuff. It's hard.
Yeah, and not only that, but I feel like when you get to be in the same environment with somebody, like in the same house, your demons come out.
Yeah, of course.
So you're also battling your own demons, and you also encounter theirs.
Yeah.
And then those can be revealed in the after hours. Maybe he was flirting with somebody in the party. She realized that, and then those things become bigger once
you're gonna
you're
crash
alone.
together. Yeah,
Exactly.
You're gonna crash together.
So, and you never know. There's so many. That's what I'm saying. There's so many layers
And
to all of this.
storylines you can follow with each song.
And I feel like every track has a very distinct idea.
Yeah.
Like every track has a very solid vision, and it like I feel like nowadays albums are just for a vibe, for the thrill of the moment, and they kind of lose the means to an end, and he doesn't have that. He has a very solid vision, which sing each one of those tracks, and that's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, from Scared to Love, Snow Child's Escape from LA, there were consistent tracks. None of those were like ones that I would favorite and then listen to them on repeat, but they were consistently good tracks. So what I did realize is like this is the Abel we're getting now. This is the Weeknd we're getting now. It's a mix. Like I feel like it was, like you said, it was a mix between
XOXO.
Starboy and what I felt like it was. I mean,
2011.
No, I didn't feel it was that deep back. I mean,
Okay.
I felt it was a mix between Starboy and My Dear Melancholy.
Yes.
Because
because in that period
he was broken.
Oh, he made beautiful music.
So
I couldn't speak.
my favorite Weeknd, as horrible as this sounds, it's the dark, depressed, broken Weeknd.
Oh, that's
it's horrible to say.
It's ugly to say, but it's
But
like
it's my
saying
favorite
Adele.
one.
It's like Adele's greatest songs are the
Yeah.
ones that broke her.
I don't want
personal
happy
life.
Adele to make music.
That's so true.
You know
It's
what
so
I mean?
bad to say.
Yeah, I thought.
It's horrible.
Yeah, I like her sad music. I like his broken, sad, desperate, like crying out for love music. I adore that. I like that. How yeah, because I feel it sometimes when you
'Cause
go through stuff.
Yeah, it touches your inner fibers. It's like breaks you apart, and it's like poking your
That's
freaking
it.
wounds.
It breaks that guard that you always have
Yeah.
up, that type of music. So I felt like
It makes you feel.
he made really great
Yeah.
music, but he was in a dark place at that moment, it seemed, but he wasn't as he was emotionally drained.
Yeah.
He wasn't
tired.
he wasn't sad about his life. He wasn't sad about his success. He wasn't sad about the trajectory of how his life had turned out to be. So it wasn't the 2012, 2011
Okay, fair enough.
Weekend.
Because it's not the struggle.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't that vibe. It was more the vibe of like heartbroken, emotionally drained,
Yeah.
tired and sad. It was that type of vibe. I was saying earlier that I listened on the weekend to.
On the
Weird
weekend,
to
you're
say
here
the
to
weekend, but Saturday and Sunday, I heard all the albums that had come out, and we also had a chance just now to hear XO's album and stuff like that, which we hadn't heard. So I'm a bit saturated with music, but I think that was one of my favorite outros of any album I've heard in the last 48 hours, because it was really it left me as it would leave me after a party.
Yeah, it had a really good conclusion to it.
It was really nice. It was really nice.
Yeah,
This
it was really nice and conclusive, which I feel sometimes outros and albums kind of lack.
Yeah, they don't do that very well every now and then.
No,
a
when they
weak
have
outro.
when they have outros, they tend to be a bit like I could have done without that. You know? But yeah, I think it was solid.
Overall, it's
solid.
a very solid album. It isn't my favorite Weeknd.
But it's a good combo of everything. I feel.
But it's a good Weeknd.
Yeah.
It's a really good Weeknd.
I have to say, this is perhaps my favorite visual Weeknd.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Even
Visually speaking, I think this has been the most enticing, the most hypnotizing out of all.
Even though Party Monster Weeknd is very good. That Starboy
Visually,
Weeknd.
yeah. Visually, really, really clever.
Captivating.
But I think he took it a step up here.
It's just the concept of this is so great. So genius.
Definitely, I'm gonna say it again. My favorite, visually speaking.
And that quote is so perfect, man. You can find love, fear, friends, enemies, violence, dancing, sex, demons, angels, loneliness, and togetherness, all in the after hours of the night.
What, like, this lets you know this guy is
So
in
aware,
deep
man.
thought.
Yeah.
24/7.
Yeah.
Like, when you see him flirting with somebody, when you see him sipping in the Hennessy, he's definitely thinking about some deep stuff. You know?
Yeah.
It's cool. I admire that so much in creators. That's what creator minds are like, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like we all have that. We all have that quality in ourselves, but when you get outstanding people that can put those thoughts into craft,
Yeah.
into something that's physical, it just blows my socks
It's
away.
a great hour of music.
Yeah.
It's a great hour of music.
It's fantastic.
Sup, people, if you're a dancer. Sup, people, if you're watching this and you're a rapper or a beat producer,
A singer, a ghostwriter, or even just somebody who likes new music.
then this is for you.
Feature Friday is the show where we make new music every week featuring your tracks, your raps, your lyrics, or yourself as an artist.
There's no catch. This isn't one of those weird posts where you click on the website and you're trying to order AirPods and they say it's free and then you have to pay like $100,000 million for shipping. This is completely free. We understand how difficult it is in the music industry to get seen, and there's so many amazing rappers and singers and beat producers out there. So this is just a place to showcase your skills. We showcase our skills. We make music every week, which we love doing anyways. We get to show new artists to new people and new people to new artists.
So if you'd like to get featured next, message me here on Instagram or email me and we will get in touch pretty soon.
Please do it fast because a waiting list is forming and we don't want anyone waiting around. Keep scrolling by.
See you Friday!
Peace!
Bye-bye!